Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a reading on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm not going to be really communicating with her. I don't want to communicate with this lady, but I am going to be here to give you the tea of what I know, what Spirit has revealed to me, my spirit guides, and the comment sections are going to be disabled because, again, of the people that will be listening to this. I know I'm going to ruffle a lot of feathers with what I'm about to say. And a lot of people are going to think, oh, well, you're a Trump supporter, so, you're automatically seeing things from that level. But I'm going to keep it real as I always do. First thing that I'm going to say here is that if you want additional insights as well, because I'm limited what I can say here, I will say that you can go over to my Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/Psychic Medium Ray, and you can check out the additional insights there. But, the first thing I'm going to say is that, my condolences go out to everybody that was impacted in some way by her passing, to her family, obviously to, the people on the Supreme Court justice, that serve as well. There's a lot of controversy right now because apparently, she died of pancreatic cancer or cancer, and one of her last dying wishes allegedly was that the position not be filled until after the new president, according to her, a new president would be selected. So I want to talk about that because this is part of the psychic insights. I do not feel like she liked Trump at all. I do feel like she did not like men at all unless they were gay. And I know this is going to be a truth bomb, but when you're gay or you have gaydar, you can kind of tell when people are lesbians or gay or whatnot. And I'm here to tell you that I do feel that it's very possible. I'm just saying this is allegedly. It's not an attack on her. May her soul rest in peace. But I do feel like she was in the closet. I do feel like she was a lesbian. But again, a lot of people hold things for whatever reason to themselves. This is why I feel like she was so pro for LGBT, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But I feel like it's not being your authentic self of who you would really want to be. And so I feel like she, even though she went through a heterosexual, type of relationship and she had kids, whatnot, the fact of the matter is I feel like she lived a very closeted life. And there are many professionals, many people in high and important positions, everything from government positions to police officers to people in the military to doctors to nurses, all the way down to, anybody else. But a lot of those people have fears of coming out and whatnot. And I feel like, again, she lived with this. But I also feel like her view with men was a very biased, because I feel like she went through some kind of abuse early on in her youth, and discrimination as well as when she was, younger, fresh out of college, trying to get a job. It was very difficult. So I can understand how her viewpoints have been shaped. Some people look to her as an idol. The one thing that I will say, if you look at all the celebrities out there, people that have been actors, actresses, musicians, they all posted, especially the left party, if they are affiliated with the left party, they posted a lot of things about her. But if you see anybody else that this would happen to, in the past, you wouldn't have seen the same kind of support and whatnot. This is what we see, and what I've spoken about is that a lot of these political parties, this is why the political system has been corrupt for so long. A lot of these political parties are so affiliated with the cabal, with the dark Hollywood elite. When I say elite, I mean celebrities and whatnot. So they get intermingled into this world, and so of course their viewpoints are shaped around celebrities and the Hollywood and this dark agenda that is there. So although she made a lot of accomplishments and did a lot of things for some of the people, apart from that, she is part of the problem that exists right now, or that that it does exist right now in the government itself, and that's something that Trump is trying to change. Even though people will disagree to will agree to a disagree or whatever, however the saying goes. But the fact of the matter is that she was not a nice person, okay? She was not a nice person. She may have appeared to be nice and she may have had this exterior demeanor that we see, but the eyes don't lie. She had a lot of anger, a lot of hate. She reminds me a lot of Pelosi. And I do feel that her disease was a result of anger that she had towards people, vendettas, and things like that. And again, going back to the Clintons and being appointed by the Clintons, she knows all the dirt that they did. She knew all of it and she kept quiet on it. And that's why I cannot stand behind her passing and glorify her, because there are people that die every single day and they are not glorified and they die from the same illnesses. And people will say, well, they didn't do what she did. There's a lot of heroes that actually exist out in the world that may have not done the things that she did, but they have impacted lives and saved people, and yet they are not glorified to the way that she is glorified. Going on to that, other things that may be kind of surprising to some and to some maybe not so much. She was a high level witch. I do feel like she did have a connection to the occult. I'm just saying that, to the magic and stuff. So she was very much that, and I feel like it was very symbolism of her rank, but the collar that she used, this collar, that was kind of like, it makes you look kind of feminine. It brings more of that flair. There's a reason why she used that collar, and again, it's about her rank. That's what I got from Spirit. Something about the rank that she had in the occult community. And you notice the energy again is just like someone that is, was happy until Trump came along and took office. I feel like she was happy through other previous administrations. But with Trump, it was very different because he is not for the celebrities and things like that, like people think. I also get that, it was very, like I said, it was very selfish. I know I may be sounding like I'm repeating myself, but it was very selfish of her to ask for that seat to be held. A person that does that is like, it was done nefariously. Let me also address the rumor that I have right now. There's a rumor going on that she died about a year before and that they were just holding this. That's a lie. That's a conspiracy. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm just giving you the tea. That's not true. But I will say what is true is that, it was a very selfish move of her to make that kind of thing, because it's almost like she knew, and this is what Spirit says, is that she knew way before she was going to pass. Doctors had already spoken to her, prognosis had already been given. She knew she was going to pass, and it was like she wants to block the position to being filled before the election, because that position is going to be very imperative in the re-election of President Trump, and they are doing everything in their power to do that. A dying person with a very compassionate and good soul would not make that kind of demand or that final request, because again, what do they care about what happens here in the physical world after they pass? Because again, Spirit doesn't care about these trivial things, not like we do as human beings. Spirit is on a different level. I mean, of course, they are very, let me retract that and say that Spirit does care about what things, happen in the physical world, the living world that we're in right now, but they're not for politics. They're not about that. And her move was very much almost like planned out, methodically done in the event of her passing. But I say fill the seat. Fill the seat, because in 2016, nobody had any qualms about that seat being filled. And so it needs to be filled. And that's the whole thing to it. There's no cut, oh, we should be waiting until after the elections. No. And Hillary Clinton, she has already mouthed off, and said stuff, to pull out all the kind of laws from FDR or whatever to try to stop the position from being filled, which is asinine if you ask me. But again, Ruth lived a very complicated life. Even though it looks like it was glamorous, it looks like she lived a very full life. behind it, like I said, because again, she held to many secrets and things that she took to her grave. One being among her sexuality and whatnot. Um, I just feel like there was just so many things that she regrets, and there are men that are alive that miss her and that miss that connection. Um, it's too soon to do like a mediumship reading, but I'm just giving you everything that I see. I see that, all of this that has happened this year. A lot of people are very upset that this happened, but God has a rhyme and a reason why people pass and why they pass at a certain time. It was her time, and I feel like God is working with Trump in so many ways. Like I've said that before. Again, you don't have to agree with me, and that's why everything that the Democrats, not all Democrats, but just some of these corrupt left party that are doing are being thwarted. Their plans to impeach him and get him kicked out of presidency it was a failed, it was a flop. Let's just say it as for what it was. It was a flop. Yes, it did. He did get impeached, but it was a flop. It didn't go through Senate or whatever. And then, all the other things that they have been doing, accusing him about, being on Epstein Island, which is all false, all again, just lame attempts that they're going to continue to do and that we're going to see to continue to do. Um, if you don't believe me about Antifa and the dark side of the Black Lives Matter movement, look at what they have said. They have come out. There's a lot of supporters here disguised as celebs and whatnot to burn everything down if Trump appoints somebody before the next election, because again, it's not going again. It's going against Ruth Bader's final wish and whatnot. So I do feel like her soul is definitely going to be from the other side, very angry and very upset, because again, we do tend to keep some of our personality and, well, most of our personality and who we were when we go to the other side. It's no different, but she has a lot of lessons, and I feel like, again, being on the other side, this is not going to matter to her regardless on some level. But again, there's a lot of when I tune into her, it's like she feels defeated. I feel like this sense of defeat, being defeated, because the disease overall as a general, it took her out, and I feel like she had other health issues as well, and in addition to the cancer. So it was not just the cancer that did it, but other systems in her body, other organs that would have shut down and failed as well. I don't know if she had trouble breathing towards the end, but I kept getting problems with breathing. So it's very sad. It's very unfortunate. But, I'm someone that is not going to just sit here and, worship the ground that anybody walks on. I'm going to give you the tea, whether you like it or not, whether you hate me or you like me. Well, I'm sorry, but I can't make everybody happy. And I don't, if you don't want to support me, that's fine too. But again, we're unfiltered here. I'm sure that they're going to try to censor this or play like a Biden ad, a Biden Harris ad, because they've been doing that. Let me tell you, on all of my videos, they've been doing that. And I've had friends that, watch my videos and they're like, did you know? And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what they're doing. They will never play a Trump video, or ad. Only, the hair smelling Biden. So anyways, I hope that, this video kind of opened your eyes a little bit to what's going on. I do feel like the threats that they're making are kind of open, and kind of weak, but they may, create some kind of drama. But I believe President Trump said that by Friday, this week, we shall know the name of the person that is taking her place. And so, I say fill the seat. It needs to be filled. Fill it now. Why wait? We don't need to be waiting until after the election. Fill it now. Okay, so that's the reading on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. A lot of you wanted it, and there it is. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And again, you won't be able to comment because I'm disabling the comments, but, the next video perhaps. All right, bye.